I wish to become a fierce warrior so that when the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm prepared.
Your wish has been granted. You are the fiercest warrior that's could ever be imagined.
Better than Chuck Norris.
Better than Chuck Norris. However, you are paralyzed. You cannot move your neck, your arms, or your legs.
Then I'm a bitch. How am I a fierce warrior?
The only thing you Alright, so I wanted to, it's not so much in doing, but we were talking last week about like spelling and whatnot, and you said about how spelling is one of your strong suits. And it's funny because it was something that I was kind of struggling with myself. And as far as like grammar and spelling goes, like when do you remove the E with certain words?
I'll remove the E.
Yeah, like when adding a suffix. So here's the one that
when adding a suffix, okay.
Judgment.
That has no E.
Keep the E?
No.
Or do you take it out? And how? So do you know when you're supposed to keep them?
Is it
or is it just you memorize certain words?
I memorize words like whenever I see them, but I think it has to do with the type of suffix, right? And like what letter follows.
Not so much the type of suffix, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to give it away because I have a list of 10 words that I want you to tell me if the E stays or if the E goes.
Damn, hold on.
No cheating.
No, I'm not. I'm better if I write it down when you say it.
Okay. Alright, so I kind of set this up as a little spelling bee. Alright, so the first one is judgment.
Yeah, that is I believe that one is without the E. Hey, let's go.
Right. All right. The next one is manageable.
So this one is all like when to replace the E.
Yeah. All these words end in an E. Some of them the E stays, some of it doesn't.
Okay. This one I think is a lot easier. No, it's not. After I rate it both ways.
Both look right.
Well, because originally I'm like, oh, that's easy. I've used that word before. There's no E. But then I rate it with an E, and it's like, wait. But then it looks like Mana Geeble. I'm going to say without the E. It looks like Mana Geeble.
You say this one. All right, here's your next one. Desirable.
Oh yeah, that don't even look right. That is without the E. Hey.
Without the E. Arrangement.
That's with the E.
With the E?
Yep.
Final answer?
Yeah. I know that one. That one's easy. See, I don't look at that one like the same as compared to like desirable or manageable. I've used arrangement a lot, so I don't know.
Acknowledgement.
It's a fucking long ass word.
Based on genuine justice.
That don't look right. I'm gonna say with the E on that one. A. Let's
This one
go.
does not have an E.
Wait.
No, it doesn't
Oh,
have the
okay.
E.
It doesn't have an E.
Engagement.
Engagement. Oh, yeah, that's with the E. If not, that's engagement.
Yes. All right, here's one that should be easy. Breathing.
What is it?
Breathing.
Oh, that's without the E. Come on now.
This is an uncommon word. Changeable.
Changeable?
Changeable.
Yeah, this one you're not going to see a lot ever in your life. But I'm going to say it's with the E. Because it doesn't look right without it. It is with the E? Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of noticing a pattern, but I want to look it over again.
So we did manageable. What about management?
Management. I mean, I've seen that word so many times in my life. Without the E looks completely wrong. It's definitely with an E. Okay, I was going to say.
Right. And the last thing. Advisement.
Okay, so I've seen this word with a lot of other suffixes, right? So, like advisable or advisor, like advisor. Advisor doesn't have the E. Advisable would have it. But I feel like with this one, every suffix, you have to take off the E. But it just doesn't look right without the E in that word. I'm going to say with the E.
With the E.
And you think that there's a pattern because all of, like, you could say all of the ones with mint. But it's not because...
It's not.
Acknowledgement. Or no, acknowledgement did have the E.
One of the commonalities is if it changes the sound of the vowel. So if it's a hard sound, then the E stays.
That changes the
sound
of which vowel?
The main vowel, the vowel with the hard sound.
Okay, so in desirable.
So like manage would be the second A. It would change that sound. Like you said, it would turn it into managable.
Okay, so like desirable. If you keep the E, does that make it sound like desirable, or how would you?
I don't know.
Or fuck, is that the only one, or is there just no pattern, and that's just how we decided to do it in the English language?
That's what I saw, and I mean the English language is already fucked as it is. I mean, there's so many things that don't make sense.
Well, like the word judgment, it literally. You can't sound it any other way, even if you add the E.
Yeah. And that's what made me do this, is because I use the word judgment all the time. And for whatever reason, I always feel like there's an E in it, but there's not.
So it definitely has to do with that vowel, because like arrangement. If you
Yeah,
add the, or if you take out the E, it's
arrangement.
arrangement. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't want a fucking grammar lesson to him. I said I'm good at spelling, not grammar.
Hey, you're welcome. So, have you I saw something online earlier. Have you heard the name Brittany Patterson?
Brittany Patterson?
Yeah, she was in the news recently.
For what?
So she was arrested. She
The
was
ten with the
arrested
10-year-old boy?
for
That
endangering a. Was he 10 or 9?
10. That shit makes
10.
me so fucking mad.
It makes zero sense. Because what she let him walk to the store. Right,
Less than a mile in a
no,
rural
less than a
area.
mile. Yeah. Now, the one thing I haven't looked up yet was the fact of where they live, because different states have different ages where children can be left alone. Like, so I know in Maryland, I believe I want to say it's 9. Now, maybe it's changed, but it was a 9-year-old could be left in a house by themselves for a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's case by case. It all depends on the kid. Obviously,
It really
she
does.
trusted him enough.
Yeah. And the fact that she got arrested for endangering him, like walking less than a mile. So, like, because here's where my mind goes. Like, a lot of us, we walk to school.
Exactly.
Some kids still walk to school. The distance covered, what difference does that make, whether it's a tenth of a mile or 10 miles? Obviously, 10 miles is a little extreme, but what is the harm? I mean, are you concerned with they could get lost, they could get hit by a car, they could get kidnapped? That same thing could happen right in front of your house.
Exactly. And to me, it just all depends on, like, I mean, I guess you could consider us rural, but, like, it's, like, we live in the city part. So, like, less than a mile would have been, like, us walking the long way to Allegheny.
Yeah.
That's not that far, but, like, where we live, yeah, there's busy streets and stuff, but, I mean, in my opinion, I would, now, it all depends. It depends on how much trust you have and what type of city you live in. Like, our city, there's creeps.
You need to exercise good judgment. Right? And I just think it's
overreach.
We're having trouble finding a line of where parents can make a decision, where they can't make a decision. Because this one doesn't bother me.
Oh, but so you're allowing them to make the decision to let their kid change genders, but not walk less than a mile to a store.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a perfect case of overreach. Somebody probably would have had to turn them in, I would say, for the cops to even know that was going on. So, but in rural areas, pretty much everyone knows each other. Like, I can only imagine, like, I mean, when you and me were kids, we were, 6, 7 when we were walking down the street to Mr. Hutter's? Like, it was only right down the street, but we were 6 or 7. We knew everybody.
A older, 6 or 7, but we were still pretty young.
We knew everybody
9 or 10
on that street. So,
yeah, it is a scary world we live in, but unfortunately, and we've talked about this before, I think a lot of parents nowadays, they're very helicopter like.
Yeah.
You gotta let kids do that, because honestly, the more you hover, the more they're gonna do.
Absolutely, 100%.
Whereas if you just let them do their thing, they'll make the right decision.
Yep.
So, Jeremiah, I don't know if I told you this. Jeremiah went out into a party there a couple weekends ago, right? Did I tell you about that?
I don't think.
Well, he told me about it. He told me there would be drinking.
Yep.
But he wanted to know if I would take it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. But I had a conversation with him about not overdoing it, which he didn't. Like, have a good time, but know your limits. You don't need to get sloshed.
Yep.
You don't need to get hammered or wasted or however you want to. Have a couple drinks, be sociable, have fun.
That's how we
And he did
did.
just that.
That's how we did with Caleb. His after graduation, he stayed at a friend's house. He did drive there, but it ended up turning out that like he had a little bit to drink, which we knew was going to happen. But something happened, and he just didn't want to stay there anymore. So he called us to come get him, and we came and got him. But it's like I don't even think our parents really pressed us that much. They just didn't want it in their house. But that didn't stop me. Like, they didn't hover, but I went way too far.
Well, kids are still going to do what they're going to do, and no matter how much you try to stop, you might be able to stop some things, but you're not going to be able to prevent everything.
Right.
There's like that level of you have to let kids live their life, but at the same time, we talk about kids learning from, they have to learn from their own mistakes, but sometimes mistakes can go really wrong. I mean, there's been situations where a teenager ends up dead because of some stupid decision.
Yeah,
You have no way of knowing. There's no way to know whether that's going to happen. You taught them right from wrong.
You have to have good judgment on that. I mean, yeah, they do have to make their own mistakes, obviously. Some people don't even want them to learn from their own mistakes. They want that to do everything for them or give them all the answers, and it's like, that's why a lot of them are fucking dumb now.
Yeah. So the other thing I kind of saw, like as far as kind of in the news realm, was there's apparently a lot of your more liberal women who are making videos about shaving their heads, making themselves look unattractive to men, right? As in after feminism, which, whatever. But there was a woman, I don't know if you saw this, who then came on who has alopecia, right? The same thing as Pinkett Smith. You saw that?
She won the internet that day.
Like, yeah, and she's like, so here I am, like, I can't grow hair, and so we're sitting here teaching everyone that it's unattractive for a woman not to have hair. Like,
yeah.
Job feminism, great.
Oh, wait, I didn't see that one. Not the alopecia. I saw the cancer woman. She like just came on.
I didn't see one.
She came on camera and she's like, so I just want to talk about all the women in the 4B movement that are shaving their heads, and she has no hair because she's gone through cancer, and she's like, I just want to let you know I have cancer. I'm not stupid. And then, like, pan the camera down to her shirt, and it's a big Trump shirt. I was like, you won the fucking internet that day.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. That's cool though.
But
people are the fucking extreme.
It hits a little closer to home just because, we've had close family members go through the battles of cancer in the past couple years. And it hit Ashley, especially when she started seeing this trend. And she's like, for people like me, where I didn't have a choice to whether to shave my head, it was either let it fall out in clumps or just go ahead and shave it. Either way, it was falling out regardless. I didn't have this choice to shave my head, and it was pissing her off that people were doing this to make themselves look ugly to men, where here she is, and now you're saying by shaving your head you look ugly to men, so how does that make her feel?
Yeah,
but
these people are ridiculous.
The way I look at it is, now all the single men, you're just pointing yourselves out. Now they know who to stay away from. You made it easier, It's just, they showed they're crazy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and they're all over there like, have fun getting laid, or next 4 years, all of us won't be dating you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dodge the bullet on that.
My hand probably would have been better than you anyway.
Yeah, so the next 4 years are just going to be interesting altogether.
Well, I like how the Trump administration,
for the better.
They're not even paying attention to it. Like, all the stuff that's going on. Trump has a plan right now. He's setting up his cabinet members. He's got them almost full. And it's like a Avengers list, from what I'm seeing. I did see today that Matt Gaetz bowed out.
Oh, he bowed out?
Because, the sex trafficking allegations that are against him, he said that it was creating too much of a disturbance for the new administration's transition. So, to not create that type of, drama or issues, he just took himself out. And then Trump responded to him put out a tweet and said, I very much appreciate him doing that. He has a lot of respect from me for not allowing that to happen. So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So he got Dr. Oz in his cabinet.
Really?
He's going to be head of the Medicare and Medicaid services.
Okay. See, I haven't heard from Dr. Oz in a while. I'll be honest, judging my own bias, I just kind of assumed that Dr. Oz was more left-wing.
Like celebrity type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
so that kind of surprises me.
Apparently he's very, very, very knowledgeable. And, I mean, he's probably got a lot of ties in the medical field, so, I mean, it could be a good pick for that.
Well, I mean, Oprah's the one who kind of started his, got him famous, so
yeah.
That's what surprised me.
That's kind of funny.
I used to watch Dr. Oz. I mean, some of his stuff that he brings on is bullshit, but some of it's... I've learned some stuff, and I used to watch the show.
Yeah.
I used to watch Oprah. I'd watch him when he was on Oprah.
He got Linda McMahon. You remember, her? Vince McMahon's wife. She's going to be the head of education.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple other, like, a lot of them are, like, politicians or, stuff like that are coming in. But, I mean, so far, all the picks are... I love the pick that, his Secretary of Defense, that, Hegseth. He was a Green Beret, he's young. Plenty of years in the military, extremely smart. But he was actually, his most recent job was like a Fox analyst or anchor or something. So, nobody's better than Tom Homan, though.
Yeah, no, I like him. I don't know. I hope he doesn't get blocked too much. I'm hoping he's able to do some good stuff. And then even moving forward, whether we have Democrats or Republicans moving forward, I hope we can have some good candidates. I did see something. Now, obviously it could change in 4 years, but as of right now, Kamala Harris is still kind of the leading Democratic nominee in 2028.
There's no fucking way.
I'm like, Trump's not even in office. Like, you're going to sit here and say that that's still possible?
I can almost guarantee from the thumping that she just got, nobody wants her. Nobody likes her policies.
Nobody wanted her, with the exception of her biggest fans.
Yeah.
Like, if that's who they're going to throw out there, then they better have something in their
and I don't even
mind of how they're going to convince people.
I don't even know if the people that voted for her were her biggest fans. I think it was just the people hated Trump that much.
You still have some of those people who hate Trump a lot. Some of them ended up being swayed, which is why he won.
Yeah.
But then they also got more voters. I mean, you got to figure, not everybody votes. They were able to get more people to go out and vote.
I think this was just that generational type of election that we probably will never see this type of election again with Trump. Like, because usually it's politicians that end up in office, but
yeah.
I think it'll go back to normal after these 4 years. Like you said, whether it's Republican or Democrat, because we haven't had terrible...
No one ever does anything.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had, we've had some decent or some good Democratic presidents and stuff. I mean, yeah, Bill Clinton wasn't the greatest person, but, our economy was booming whenever he was president.
Yeah, I think they said under Clinton, they actually got the national debt actually was down to zero while he was president.
Yeah. So, I mean...
accomplishment.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see where it goes, but we got 4 years, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So I wanted to play a game. Have you ever heard of a game? I saw this on TikTok. It's called Monkey's Paw.
Monkey's Paw. I don't think I've heard of it.
All right. So I saw this. We're going to invite ChatGPT in to play with us.
Okay.
Because I was playing it the other day, and I'm actually a little bit better at it than I thought I was. So Monkey's Paw is a game. It's actually more of an idea, so not so much really a game, but it's still fun here regardless. So in this game, you come up with a wish. Any wish, doesn't matter.
Okay.
My job or ChatGPT's job is to take that wish and kind of turn it into so it's not such a good thing that you want. Right? Like, have you ever seen those videos where like the genie grants a wish, but it's
Yeah.
like not what you thought? This is kind of the same idea. Like, so the video I saw was that the guy says to the other person, "I wish all pedophiles would just disappear," and the guy says, "Your wish has been granted. All the pedophiles are now invisible." Which is
Okay.
fucking like that's
Yeah.
not what I
That's
meant,
that's a
but
100 times worse.
yeah. So I'm gonna bring ChatGPT in as well. Um, ChatGPT was pretty good at this.
Okay.
Let's play a game of Monkey's Paw.
So ChatGPT knows what monkey's paw is.
Yeah, yeah, I already tested it out.
Okay.
There are 3 players. You, myself, and my brother Dan. Here's how it works. You and your brother, Danny, and I will each take turns making a wish. After each wish, I'll describe the consequences. We start with you making the first wish. What will it be? You want to go first, Danny?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
I wish. See, like you said, make a wish, so I immediately went to like, what do I like, like physically, and then you said the thing about pedophiles. I was like, damn. Now I'm thinking. Let's start with my first one though. I wish I was at least 5 inches taller.
That's not even good. He wishes he was at least 5 inches taller. He grows 5 inches taller, standing noticeably above the crowd, but soon he feels an eye pressure against bones and joints. His clothes begin to feel too tight, and a sharp pain shoots through his spine. The change isn't just in his height, his body is rapidly adjusting to his new size. The following days, Danny finds that the world around him feels too small, doorways become an obstacle, and even his friends and family seem distant, both physically and emotionally. His height begins to affect his relationships as people start to treat him differently, often with envy or fear. Which once felt comfortable now feels overwhelming and alienating. The pain in his joints grows worse with time. He starts to wonder if his new height is truly a blessing, or it's just a reminder of how little control we have over the consequences of our desires.
Maybe we should have started with I'm only 5'8" and I wish to be like 6'1". This makes it seem like I'm like 8 feet fucking tall now.
All right, so now it's my turn. What's my wish? I'll keep it. I'll keep it simple. I wish that I could eat whatever I want.
Damn, you just stole my next one.
And not gain any weight.
I literally just thought of that and I was going to use it.
Your wish is granted. You can now eat as much as you want. Piles of burgers, desserts, anything you crave. No matter how much you consume, your weight remains unchanged. At first, it's a thrilling sensation. You indulge in foods you've always wanted. Which I don't feel like it's ChatGPT read it. Or I thought there was a place to read it. Oh no, never mind. At first, it's a thrilling sensation. You indulge in foods you've always wanted, but could never justify. You enjoy the food and eat without consequence. But soon, the true cost begins to unfold. While your body remains the same size, your internal health begins to deteriorate. Your digestive system starts to rebel, suffering from the overload of constant indulgence. You feel bloated and uncomfortable, but the weight gain never happens. As days pass, you begin to notice something strange. Food starts to lose its favor. You can eat all you want, but it no longer provides any pleasure. The worst part, you realize that joy eating wasn't just about food, it was about the balance of indulgence and consequence. Without it, you feel you've lost something deep in human heart.
So basically, you don't gain weight, but you feel all the pain from overeating.
Yeah.
And
you
then
can keep your answers shorter. Give us the outcome, not the whole story. Got it. What?
What?
Danny wishes for infinite wealth.
No, I
That's not what he
don't.
said.
I don't want infinite wealth.
No, he didn't. It's your turn, though. All right. ChatGPT wishes for immortality. We're playing a game. Hold on. I see what it. I'm not logged in.
Oh.
That's what. Hold on. Let me log in. All right. Oh, it's your turn. I wish to be able. I wish to be able to grant perfect wish for anyone who asking me, bringing them true happiness. Ooh.
You are now compelled to grant any wish perfectly, but every wish you grant takes a piece of your soul.
Wait a minute. No, you don't. Hold on. Let us give the twist. Me and my brother are playing with you. Give us another wish. It did this just fine the other day. God, I wish I had infinite knowledge and understanding of everything in the universe. You turn to give it to the monkey paw twist.
Okay, so if you haven't, this is actually goes to a comic book that I know of.
I haven't. I want to see what you come up with because I have an idea with this one.
I, th- I think the name of the character is Metron. He's from DC, and he sits in this thing called the Mobius chair. The Mobius chair gives him infinite knowledge and understanding of everything. Any question that you could ever want to know, you will know. And it actually makes it a completely lonely lifestyle. So you become lonely because you know everything, you know every outcome, and people distance themselves from you because they don't want to know things.
Yeah. So here's the idea I had. As far as infinite knowledge and understanding of everything in the universe, we actually already know everything there is to know.
What do you mean?
I'm saying there's nothing else. Like we're always wondering, like, what's the secret to do it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
does it all mean? No, we already know. We know everything we're ever going to know. There is nothing else. Everything in the universe, we were totally wrong about everything that we thought, and so what we know now is the whole truth.
That's scary.
That is scary.
Because what's the point of continuing to live then?
Which one you want to go with?
Yours.
You'll be, or when I say, your wish is granted. You'll be disappointed to find out that we actually know everything there is. Everything there is to know already. There's nothing else. Everything that we think the universe could be is absolutely wrong. The crushing existential dread of realizing the universe is a bland, unimaginative place, and all the mysteries we believed in were just our delusions. Would have been well played. Oh, okay. ChatGPT says, "My turn again. Here's another wish. I
That's
wish to
fun.
live forever in a perfect health."
Uh,
You take it.
I wish to live forever in perfect health. So it's got to be some sort of twist. I have to wish for live. I wish to live forever.
Maybe I'm too good at this, but I already have a good one.
Yeah, I don't. I can't really think of anything for that.
All right, your wish is granted, but the world as we know it is going to end tomorrow, and you're just going to live in blank infinite space for the rest of existence.
Okay, so I see what you mean with this. No, because I'm
really
going
good at
to
this.
like I'm trying to think of like real life scenarios, but you don't really want to do
not
that.
real life.
Okay, all right. So,
No.
all right, this is more for a creative mind. That's why I'm struggling. I don't have a creative mind. The
It's
world
kinda
ends
scary
tomorrow. I
in a
like
way.
that one though. I like that.
Yeah. Well, Your wish is granted. However, the world has free
Or,
will.
um, as of tomorrow, everyone else on Earth completely disappears, leaving, like, well, I mean, it's basically the same as yours, but except
We
yours
know
is
will
everything in
end.
existence. Mine is just people.
The world as we know it will end tomorrow. You'll spend the rest of existence alone and with nothing to do. But
You have your health.
you'll be at least you'll be healthy. Oh, that's brutal. Trapped in an endless void with perfect health but no purpose or companions. Immortality sure doesn't seem as appealing. Well done. All right, hold on. It's our turn. You need to take turns. It's your brother's up next. What's the witch?
Um,
Not. I'm going to answer yours this time. I'll answer first, then we'll let ChatGPT come up with it. See if mine's worse.
I wish to become a fierce warrior so that when the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm prepared.
You wish to become a fierce warrior
Yeah.
so that when the zombie apocalypse happens, you are prepared.
Yep.
All right. Your wish has been granted. You are the fiercest warrior that's ever could ever be imagined.
Better than Chuck Norris.
Better than Chuck Norris. However, you are paralyzed. You cannot move your neck, your arms, or your legs.
Well, then I'm a bitch.
Only
How am I a fierce
the
warrior?
only thing you were a fierce warrior. You're known as the fiercest warrior to have ever lived. And had you the ability to move your limbs, you still would be the fiercest warrior.
Cool, dude. Just, bring me down.
I'm actually really good at this.
That's fucking crazy, dude. You just go for the straight dagger. Just bring me the
He
fuck down.
wishes that he was the fiercest warrior to ever live and be able to survive the zombies apocalypse. I know this one. Crash isn't good. You become the fiercest warrior to ever exist, unmatched in combat and unstoppable in battle. You used to survive. But you're so good at surviving that you outlive everyone else. I was going to go that.
That's the point.
With no one left to fight, protect, or share your triumphs with, you wander a desolate world forever, longing for a battle that will never come.
But I'm so good at surviving, I outlived everyone. I've already fought all the battles I want to. So now I'm good if the next battle doesn't come.
And you'd be alright if you're the only person left?
Fuck it. I mean, I'll eventually die. I'm not immortal.
Alright, it's my turn. I wish that I had the ability to teleport to any location I desire.
You wish to be able to teleport to any location you desire. Um... The problem with that is you are actually blind. And so when you teleport somewhere that you desire, you don't really know what you're desiring because you've never seen it before. And when you get to where you're going, you have no clue if you're really there or not.
No, I'd still be alright with that one because I would like what I always think, like if I don't want to have to deal with traffic, like I could just teleport from like the house to where I'm at right now. I don't have to spend the night in the hotel if I don't want to. I can just teleport from where I live to where I need to go, and I'd be alright if I couldn't see.
That's actually like when we did our superpower thing. That was mine. I want because like whenever we would drive to the beach, North Carolina, 8 fucking hours.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
I wish I could just teleport there.
Yeah.
I wish to have the ability to teleport to any location.
I feel like if everybody could do this, all the nude beaches and Disney World would be packed all the time.
Yeah. Alright, I've got the ability to teleport instantly. Each time you teleport, a small random piece of your body is left behind at your previous location.
Ooh.
You don't notice at first, but over time you start to feel incomplete physically and mentally as bits of you scatter across the universe. That's a good. So it comes. Oh, see, here it is.
Wish granted. You gain the ability to teleport instantly to any location you can imagine. Monkey's Paw Twist. Each time you teleport, a small random piece of your body is left behind at your previous location. You don't notice at first, but over time you start to feel incomplete, both physically and mentally.
Unless it's your dick that goes first.
Very true. Very true.
Then you'll know.
Alright, ChatGPT's turn. Good one. Your turn. I wish to be able to communicate with and understand all animals perfectly. Ooh, I like this one. This is good.
Okay.
And I have an answer already. I kind
of have one too. The Monkey's Paw Twist is you are now, as of today, at the bottom of the food chain instead of the top.
Okay.
You are not a predator anymore. You are now prey to all animals.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna type in your answer. I'm gonna type in your answer and my answer. I'm gonna have ChatGPT choose which one it likes the best. I like yours though.
Okay.
Danny's answer is that what you said. You
are now at the bottom of the food chain.
Of the food chain.
And are prey to all animals.
And are prey to all animals. Alright, that kind of fits with mine a little bit. My answer is that you can now communicate with all animals, but you find out that they don't like you and want you to not talk to them. Which one is the best answer? Danny's answer is pure survival horror, while yours is more comedic, soul-crushing rejection of the internet. It depends on the vibe. See, it's playing 50. They calls it a tie.
That's
for sure. And constant adrenaline rush. Danny's answer for your hilariously tragic answer. Your answer.
That's
Don't
stupid.
Play 50. Choose one. All right, I'll go with Danny's answer.
Let's go.
So that's why I like messing. I don't know if you ever get a chance to mess around with ChatGPT, but it's actually really.
I've noticed it gaining popularity. I've never actually played around with it. I wouldn't know what to like type or like ask it or do with it. I don't know.
You need to engage the creative side of you because it can give you ideas for so many different things. I use it for school.
It can, but AI also scares me because I've seen iRobot and Terminator.
Yeah, see, it doesn't scare me. I don't think of it like that.
It scares me. Skynet is possible.
Sure. But by time it would be harmful, there was nothing we could do about it anyway.
Yeah.
So, no, that was fine.
Yeah,
Which
that was pretty cool.
Brings me up to the next topic. You can thank ChatGPT for this one. Unnecessary warning labels that actually exist in the world.
Okay.
All right. So, one example, and these are things that actually exist. Caution: hot coffee is hot.
Hot coffee is hot.
Yeah, hot coffee is hot. Number two: do not use the microwave as a dryer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good idea. It actually creates
These are warning
condensation.
labels. These are actually warning labels.
Ooh, I have one for you, real quick. This actually comes from Ashley when she used to work at Taco Bell. There was I guess you could call it a caution label on the side of the box of the beef that they got, and it actually said, "This product is suitable for human consumption." And it's like, why the fuck else would you be sending it to me if it wasn't? Like, why do we need that warning on there? Like,
yeah,
that makes me think it's probably the lowest grade meat possible, and makes me not want to eat there anymore.
yeah. No, I hear you. All right. Do not iron clothes while still wearing them.
These had to have happened. That's why they're
exactly. For them to have a warning label on them, that means has to have happened.
People are fucking stupid.
Do not eat your iPod Shuffle.
Like, really, people are fucking stupid.
I'm sure they probably put that on Tide Pods.
I was about to say the same thing.
Not for human consumption. Wheelbarrow not intended for highway use.
Depends on the situation. If you're in Jackass, it can be.
This do not attempt to stop chainsaw with hands or genitals.
Genital? Oh my god.
This next one is harmful if swallowed, and it's a warning label. It's on a hammer.
On a hammer? Harmful if swallowed. I would say probably lethal, not harm. The fuck?
Caution: water may be wet.
That's fucking dumb. Like, when is it not?
You see this one on a lot of bags. This bag is not a toy.
Oh, yeah, because kids like to put them over their heads. I remember that one. That one was actually a smarter one.
The last one I have is do not use for personal hygiene. This is a warning label on a toilet brush.
Ew! That's fucking gross. Like, what are you doing with it? Like, what kind of hygiene are you doing? That's fucking disgusting.
Well, it reminds me of what they used to use in public restrooms back in the old days before toilet paper. Right? There was a communal, like, pool of water, like a small pool of water that had like a wet cloth or a sponge on the end of a stick.
Yeah.
People would dip in the water and then reach in and then they just put it right back in. It was a scared thing. At least that's what they think. They don't know for sure. But
yeah, I remember seeing something like that. And you remember Spartacus?
Yeah.
The show? There was something like that. Like, I remember it was like one of the head guys, like, he wasn't a king, but he was like a very powerful person. Went to, like, I guess, like the city or whatever, and where everybody gathered, and there was a public toilet where, like, not just one for one person, like it was like a bench where everybody could and you just stopped and took a shit, and he had like a fucking cloth on a stick that he just reached under, wiped his ass, and put it back. And it's like, that's fucking disgusting. No wonder you guys didn't live long.
a little bit. Yeah. So, our last thing I wanted to talk about, we haven't done one in a few weeks. So remember when we do our segment of what happened to,
Yes.
right? The next one I wanted to do is what happened to Veronica Vaughn.
Billy Madison, right?
Yeah,
She was like the girl next door
she
type.
was. Tell me, and she's not even the hottest chick ever. Let's just be honest.
No, but
with that. But this scene,
yes.
I mean, honestly, in this whole movie, she popped. But this scene right here is as close to like PG porn as you can get without actually doing anything.
Yeah.
It's just the thought behind it. That look on her face is right there.
Oh yeah.
And then right when she's like this, ready to take off the shirt, and Billy and Adam Sandler's like, "Oh, it's such a great scene."
It is.
Yeah.
She has that like cutesy, like girl next door thing about her, but like you're sexy. Yeah. I don't remember her from anything else.
So she was also in the original Mortal Kombat movie. She was Sonya Blade.
That's right. Okay.
And then she was also in Last Action Hero. She plays Arnold Schwarzenegger's character's daughter from the movie.
See, I don't remember because I've only ever seen that like once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't really that much of a fan of it.
Yeah. Now she's still pretty young. Her name is actually Bridget Wilson Sampras. Married, if that last name sounds familiar, married to legendary tennis star Pete Sampras.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and she's still pretty young. I mean, she's only 51. Okay. I looked her up. She still, she still looks pretty.
She doesn't act anymore, does she?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
100%. Why does Pete Sampras look like fucking Boris? Isn't that the character's name? Sacha Baron Cohen's character?
No, that's Borat.
Borat, yeah. He looks like fucking Borat.
I'd say this is probably a pretty...
Oh, yeah. She reminds me now of... Remember the chick from Revenge of the Nerds, the cheerleader? Mm-hmm. And then she was in a show as a mom, but I can't remember what the show was. It was like a family sitcom or something, and she was the mom.
I think you're getting the characters mixed up. You're thinking of the girlfriend from Revenge of the Nerds too.
Okay, yeah, the second one, not the first one. The first one, she wasn't very memorable, but the one from 2 was.
She had nice titties though.
Yeah, she did, but from the second one.
Yeah, because the one I don't remember her name. Hold on, because she was also in. She also played in another movie I like from the late '80s, early '90s, Summer School.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with the fucking comedian. What the hell was his name? The fat guy.
All right. Okay. So it's
Rodney Dangerfield.
Smith.
Yeah. What was
that's back to school. Summer School.
Oh, I don't know what Summer School is then.
Hold on. You might recognize it.
According to Jim.
Yeah. She was on the show with Jim Blue. She was his wife.
Yeah. I like that show.
So, yeah, that was a good show.
Anyway.
So
that's who she reminds me of.
Yeah. Summer School, the movie, had Mark Hamill.
Okay, I remember this now.
Yeah, he's a high school teacher, and he's trying to get tenure, and he ends up having to spend the summer vacation teaching these, like, degenerates how to get through school. It's weird. She wasn't his love interest, obviously, in the show, because she was a high schooler, but she was, like, kind of had a crush on him, was, like, trying to get with him.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, but anyway, that's her.
No, I did like that movie. I remember that.
It was a good movie. I liked it. Yeah, and I had Kirstie Alley. Yeah.
Liddy Titty.
Hell yeah. So, yeah. So that's another fun-filled episode.
Yay!
Brother Chatter podcast. I don't like this light. Like I don't like this camera because I have a light right here. Plus, I have all my lights on here in the room, but I feel like my picture was really dark.
It is. It was like this last year whenever you were out of town. It was dark like that.
Yeah. It's the camera on this thing sucks. I was trying to use the Droid cam, but I guess the Wi-Fi here sucked. I couldn't get it to connect. That's why I had you record because I couldn't get it to pick up on OBS.
Right.
So
next week it'll probably be just you and me again. There's a potential chance that he might join. Depends on how the whole radio thing goes this weekend and whether it's a shit show or not. And he just says fuck it. But I mean, if he's getting paid, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Black Friday?
Yeah, because I'm not doing shit Black Friday. I'm probably not working that day. It'll be.
But all right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that like button. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe.
Yeah, maybe subscribe. It's all free to do. Just saying.
Yeah, do something for it. Do something. But yeah.
See y'all next week. Deuces.